You guys are just keep doing what you're doing. Don't limit me to 500 materials, please.
Oh gosh.
We decided to put a cap on materials at 50. Enjoy.
See that that's my fear of them putting a cap on the materials. If they cap it, let's say 500 across the board, like you're just gonna have a potential situation, man, where a bad player is just spraying you, dude, and like and you know, and you run out of materials, dude, and like and then you die, and it's just like, dude.
Hey up troops, welcome back to the Litanah army. I'm Lit and this is Fortnite. And it's not in particular Save the World today, it's a little bit Battle Royale related, but it's got something that could affect Fortnite Save the World. So what I want to do is get your opinion on this article I found, and it says just build LOL might not be Fortnite's winning strategy much longer. So let's jump in and see what that's all about. Okay, so it's by Cecilia D. Anastasio. That's quite a cool name. But what I want to do is just go through this article and see what you guys think about it. There are a hell of a lot of ways to win a Fortnite game, but the most reliable strategy has gotten a little too reliable, says publisher Epic Games. That's an official statement. In a blog post yesterday, Epic explained that they'll be shaking things up a little, so players need to get a little more resourceful. This could be a good thing. You know, let me know what you think down below. Fortnite's endgame has gotten a little stale, Epic implied. If you watch the big streamers, you might know what they mean, which they peek out of for a well-aimed shotgun blast or two when the time is right. Players also often wear down forts with rockets. Two main skills are generally rewarded across the game, so that they are building huge forts and fast shotgun gameplay. It's cool to watch Twitch's Fortnite masters perfect this strategy, but in practice it means that Fortnite's final few minutes can look pretty similar in every single game. That's kind of a fair assumption. I kind of like the way that Epic are looking at this. I'm sure that there's going to be people who aren't reacting very well to it, but I can certainly see...
You guys are just keep doing what you're doing. Don't limit me to 500 materials, please.
You know, maybe now's a little bit too early to change it because it's doing so well, but let's keep going. So Epic writes, it's important to support a variety of late game strategies that don't boil down to just blind build LOL. We strongly believe that the evolution of Fortnite supports a wide range of playstyles and counterplay. Currently, the superiority of shotguns, rockets, and uncapped building are such a dominant playstyle in the final circle that most strategies are being drowned out. To make Fortnite's endgame more varied, Epic is looking at a weapon balance, and it seems adjusting the current 999 resource cap, which would limit fort building. It's unclear what this will look like in practice or when it will be implemented. The Epic was very clear about its goals though. Not every encounter should have to end in a build-off. I kind of like this, you know. Like I said, I'm gonna have varying reactions to that. You know, some people are gonna love this or not. But let me know what you think, guys. Is this a good thing? So predictably, a lot of streamers and pros whose dominance relies on this strategy are upset.
See that's my fear of them putting a cap on the materials. If they cap it, let's say 500 across the board, like you're just gonna have a potential situation, man, where a bad player is just spraying you, dude, and like and you know, and you run out of materials, dude, and like and then you die, and it's just like, dude.
Well, okay, you can appreciate that. Obviously, and they're making a lot of money out of this, don't forget as well. So Fortnite equals build, wrote Fortnite streamer Daequan on Twitter. Building is what makes the game different. It's the skill cap of the game. The game is also fun because of building. It's the biggest factor in Fortnite's success. Then he went on to write these Twitter posts. So look, this is his official Twitter by the look of it. So it says fort equals build. Building is what makes the game different. It's the skill cap in the game. This game is also fun because of building. It's the biggest factor in Fortnite's success. Love to hear new ideas and welcome change, but reading this is actually scary for the future. And then underneath that is put, the foundation of Fortnite is so strong and has so much potential. Why fix what isn't broken? Shotguns and building is literally what's hooked millions to this game. Building is what makes the game thrive, and shotguns complement it so perfectly. And also getting in on the action, Twitch's most popular streamer Ninja also commented saying that Fortnite is already constantly adding new items and rebalancing old ones. Its meta changes a lot, so why change its actual core? Just keep doing what you're doing, he said. Don't limit me to 500 materials, please. My fear, if they say cap it at 500 across the board, you're going to have a potential situation where a bad player is just spraying you and you run out of materials.
See that's my fear of them putting a cap on the materials. If they cap it, let's say 500 across the board, like you're just gonna have a potential situation, man, where a bad player is just spraying you, dude, and like, and you know, and you run out of materials, dude, and like, and then you die, and it's just like, dude.
Others, like Fortnite pros Myth and Kenneth, are excited to see what happens next. Epic's done a good job so far with Fortnite, they argue, so why stop trusting them now? Kenneth spelled it out in a post. A material cap sounds fine as long as they drastically increase the rate in which materials are gathered. So let me point this out first. In a build battle between two insane people, the one who has the high ground almost never loses it, forcing the other to turtle. With 999 plus mats, the one turtling will never have to leave his comfort zone basically, but with something along the lines of 500, they can only hold turbo for so long before running out. So diversifying Fortnite playstyles could open up the game's top ranks to players with different skills, but no matter what skills you have or how good you are at shooting, building is not going away, and I don't think it ever will in Fortnite. So if you play Fortnite on PC, remap them key bindings so you don't suck. So what are your thoughts on that, guys? Is the material cap, you know, if they bring a material cap in, is that going to be a good thing? So maybe there's another way that they could do this. So if you've got an idea where they could actually diversify the end game, so it's not just all about building up and shotguns and whoever starts building up fastest wins, could you have it whereby, you know, there's an actual factor in there at the end, or maybe something where maybe, I don't know, weapons deteriorate a little bit faster or something like that? I don't know. I don't play enough Battle Royale, I don't think, to do that. But you know what, how this affects Save the World is Epic aren't afraid, you know, to completely mix things up. They've got a big enough player base to do that. I remember, and I often reference, you know, I often contrast the success of World of Warcraft and Blizzard's strategies, if you like, to what Epic are like. Blizzard were not afraid to mix things up, so if they thought something was overpowered, or they thought that something was needing of a change, then they would just put it in there. There wasn't much interaction with the community, or not as much as I would have liked to see. So I hope Epic aren't just going to start doing this against everybody's wishes. Maybe a poll would have been good, or maybe some, you know, even an in-game poll, that would be great. You know, so if you had like a pop-up on screen that came up, you know, what do you think the build limit should be, and then give maybe, I don't know, 3 options. Maybe someone wants it higher, so maybe have a 1500 option, you know, keep it the same at 999, or a 500 option, and actually put it out to the community. So when you log in and we get the update screen, instead you get a poll, and then Epic could actually get a real gauge on the community and see just how important that change would be. But either way, guys, you let me know. Don't forget that somewhere in this video, Stonesy Jonesy is sneaking about, so make sure that you spot him for your chance to go into the draw at the end of this month to win 2,500 V-Bucks. And guys, don't forget to comment below, because I would love to hear your comments on this and what you think of a potential build cap in Fortnite Save the World. But until next time, take care.
You guys are just keep doing what you're doing. Don't limit me to 500 materials, please.
Oh gosh.
We decided to put a cap on materials at 50. Enjoy.
See that, like, that's my fear of them putting a cap on the materials. If they cap it, let's say 500 across the board, like, you're just gonna have a potential situation, man, where a bad player is just spraying you, dude, and like, and you know, and you run out of materials, dude, and like, and then you die, and it's just like, dude, like, that would make a good player rage, because you're like, that's the skill god, that is. Like, I took the time to farm 999 wood. By golly, I want to use it. By golly. I don't know, man. I feel with it, right?
What do you mean, brother?
Like, happy in the sense of like, if you want to build hard, and you have to like kind of work for it a little bit more. I think with all of their what was it, like, they had like, obviously, you know, millions of analytical data and stuff like that of how many, like, how easy it was to get materials. So they just kind of did a little you know, just a little jab at him, and I totally get it. I mean, if you think about it, it is kind of redonkulous sometimes, but I mean, the building is the game, though, and that's something that I made sure I was like, listen, guys, like, gaming is there, like, the building is the game, so like, never, don't ruin it too much, don't like mess with it too much. But like, they're definitely a lot of them are concerned about just creating the best possible experience for the viewers, right? And like, right now the meta in terms of super competitive stuff is just camping. It's 1 by 1, chilling.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
it's so boring.
It is. I mean, truly, it is. Scrims. And keep it the way it is. Continue to constantly, forever change the meta by adding, like, slowly by adding, you know, new items that can just mix it up. And they've been doing that, and they just need to keep doing that and not lose themselves. And that's what they're doing.
was the last guy.
I was so lost in the conversation.
Hey, it's a great. That's how you know it's a good conversation, man.